I'm adjusting to my new life. I don't have time for your insecurities. I'm
Yeah.
trying to figure out how am I gonna be walking through snow to get to the
Just
bus
no.
every day?
Exactly.
Is this what I'm gonna have to do? The first time we were outside playing, and we went outside just thin gloves, my sweaters. We had almost frostbite.
Yes.
So imagine we're trying to now we have we don't even know what frostbite was, but now we are aware of frostbite.
No,
We don't have time for your behaviors.
I decided to go to Kennesaw State University in Georgia.
Georgia.
Oh, right next to my
Yes.
sister. She lives like 5 minutes away from it.
Oh, really? Oh, I loved Kennesaw.
Yeah.
My family, my dad actually wanted me, my dad and my brother wanted me to stay in Texas and go to University of Texas, which I got into, but then I don't want to live with my brother. So, you know, 20, I wanted to
Yeah.
experience college life and
Yes.
they were like, it'll be easier if you live with your brother and go to college. My
You're like,
brother
nope.
tried to promise, you can come and go as you please. I don't believe that.
Lie.
I'm the baby.
How are you
Okay.
introducing that boyfriend anyway to the brother?
Right.
Mm-mm.
And also during the pandemic, that's when we started Zim Ladies Roundtable as well.
Yay.
We had a
I
lot
love
of
it.
downtime. We had a lot of downtime.
Yeah.
So Tino is actually the one who started Zim Ladies on, you know, she's the one who was the driver, right? She started posting stuff
Sounds
on
like
Facebook.
Guillermo for us.
She'll post these questions on Facebook, and I would respond. So I'd be on my phone, responding to her questions. But then a few people started reaching out in our inboxes, answering, responding to some of the things that they said. Because remember, as African women, we don't feel safe, on the internet. We don't feel safe speaking to our families. We don't feel safe speaking to our friends about some topics.
Yeah.
So they were reaching out in the inbox because they couldn't say some of the things that they wanted to say out in the open. So Tino was like, a lot of messages. I was like, me too. And she's like, we should create a WhatsApp group and just have these difficult conversations that women can't have out in the open. And that's how Zim Ladies Roundtable was
Too
was
much.
created. And then
But
she was
she
like, oh,
is,
no.
to be honest, I think this is how it was meant to be. It was meant to be just the two of us. Because she's the yin to my yang, I'm the yin to her yang, and it doesn't work with anybody else.
Hello. Hi, everyone. We are
Hello.
excited
Hello.
today.
Mm-hmm.
We have the Zim round table. Did I say it correct? Zim Ladies round
Zim
table.
Ladies Roundtable.
Thank you. We have Dr. Taffy and we have Tino. Welcome, ladies.
Yay.
Thank you. Thank you for
Welcome.
having
One
us.
today.
Yeah,
Thank you
something
for-
different, huh?
Yes.
Today we got two guests instead of one.
Yes, today we have two guests. We are super blessed and super excited.
Yes.
So we will dive right in. So we'll start with you, Dr. Taffy. Give us a little bit about when you first came to the US, what year you came, and what those first few days, few weeks were like. Anything that surprised you, anything that shocked you, anything that was exciting, different. Just give us that breakdown.
And where you came from.
Yes. Okay. So, hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Taffy. I am from Zimbabwe, born and raised. I came to the United States in 2004. I actually wasn't even coming from Zimbabwe. I was coming from Switzerland. I lived in Switzerland for about 2 years before I moved here. My dad kicked me out of Switzerland because I spent too much of his money. So
How was that? Oh my gosh, Switzerland. Did you ever go to the Alps? Also in
Yeah,
Switzerland, right?
I lived in Lausanne, which is in the mountains. So it was absolutely beautiful over there.
Wow.
I went to an American college in Switzerland. So the
Oh.
American College of Switzerland or Schiller International University. So I transferred to their campus in Dunedin, Florida. It's no longer in Dunedin, but that's where I first to came to the United States.
Mhm.
I was only there for one semester though, because I found out that they were only regionally accredited
Mhm.
in this particular campus anyway. So I didn't want to continue my degree at that point. I decided to start over. So after one semester, I moved to Austin, Texas. I My brother and his family were in Austin, so I moved in with them while I was going to Austin Community College. And I feel like my time in the United States really started after I moved to Austin because I could not understand the Texans.
Oh.
I could not understand a thing they were saying. I up to this day, I think they thought I was a little, slow because I would constantly ask them to repeat themselves. So I think that was the hardest part for me, just understanding. But now I'm like, what? How couldn't I understand that?
Mhm.
But I think that was the hardest part, and just the food was different, the
Mhm.
culture was different. Mind you, the food was different, but I was eating everything. Okay, I was eating everything. Pizza, I was eating
Barbecue,
Sonic,
yeah.
all the things I won't even eat right now.
Oh,
So, but it was interesting, but it was having family here made it a lot easier for me because even when I moved to Florida, my brother flew to Florida with me and introduced me to some of his friends that were there to help me out. He helped me open up a bank account. He helped me get my social security. He pretty much helped me transition when I moved here. So that's what made it a lot easier for me.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Were they asking you to repeat yourself when you were speaking?
Yes. Yes,
Right?
they were.
It's
And
like
then
I'm
they would
speaking
immediately say,
English.
"Where are you from? Where are you from? You enunciate so well." So they
Oh,
say,
Ooh.
Imagine. Can you imagine?
learn English.
with Africans, we're going to say
yes,
the entire word
the
as it
entire word.
is.
Mm.
Yeah, so they were always like, "Oh, where are you from?" And for some weird reason, I always got Jamaica
Oh, yeah.
or
I get
Bahamas.
that
Well,
all
now
the
I mostly get Bahamas. I'm like,
no.
no, Zimbabwe.
Bahamas.
I
I
think
don't
our
know why.
accents get diluted and messed up somewhere along the way.
Yes.
We've been here
Yeah,
long enough.
I get
Yeah.
Jamaican a lot. I get
Yeah.
Jamaican. Somebody one day told me Pakistan. I was like, excuse?
Yeah?
Oh, okay.
Ah.
Where are you getting that from?
That's
I was like, sir, if you don't know your geography, it's okay. But don't blur things out. That doesn't
yeah,
make
that
any
that's
sense.
that's that's left field.
I know complete. I was
Right.
like, literally, my face just dropped. I was like, what?
Wow.
All the places.
I know.
And
And
Wow.
so,
so what were you studying?
yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I started off, I was studying, I just started off, I was like, oh, okay, you know what, I'm just going to study business management, right? But that's because when I was younger, I really, really wanted to be a pilot because my dad
Oh,
was a pilot. And
oh.
I was also good with computers. So it was either IT or pilot. However,
Mm.
my African father was like, you just want to copy me and you want to copy your brother, find something else to do.
Your
Oh,
own thing.
Yes,
That's
it's
a
like,
interesting.
different African father. Most
Yeah,
African
that's
fathers are
different.
like be a pilot like me and you're
Yeah.
good.
Do what we know.
Do what
Yes.
you
Oh, he
know.
did not. No, he did not want to be. He did not want
Wow.
me to follow that path. Well, I mean, he wasn't a pilot in the Air Force,
Okay, I was
so
about to ask, yeah.
yeah, he was a pilot in the Air Force, and he was a trainer as well. But he also did a lot of other things. He's a journalist. He's in the sports industry. So I
Wow.
guess you'll kind of understand my as we go along through this interview, you kind of
Yeah.
understand how I've bounced around as well. And
Uh,
I get it from my
Okay.
daddy.
okay. Sounds
Good.
good.
Uh,
We're gonna move to Tino.
mhm.
So Tino, tell us when you moved to the US, from where, and what what you did here the first few weeks, few months, and what that was like. Anything interesting that happened, any kind of culture shocks, anything like that.
So
Any
I
fun
moved here.
surprises?
I think the whole thing was a surprise because when we moved here, I was 12. So it was
Oh,
like
wow.
2000, I think 2000 going into 2001
Oh, wow.
in December. So
Oof.
we came
Cold.
when
Yeah.
winter, there was snow on the ground. Remember early 2000s, it snowed like for real,
Yes.
for real.
Mm.
Yeah. So that's when we arrived. But
Mm.
even coming, my mom didn't tell us we're coming until like maybe 2 weeks before.
What?
So we literally were shuffling to pack bags. I mean, we knew something was going on, but we didn't
Mm.
quite because she was already here. So
Ah.
Mm.
we didn't know what was happening. Obviously, as you said, I'm a mother
Mhm.
can never leave her kids. So
Mhm.
obviously we knew that someday would be going. We didn't realize it would be 6 months later and it was a secret the whole time.
Oh,
So so we came
surprise.
here, we packed our bags, we came here, and we get here, we land, there's a bunch of snow. We've never seen snow. We live in the tropics from Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
It's nice weather. So we get here, we're freezing. They give us coats, like these heavy coats. I'm like, my God, okay, is this where I almost turned
And
around and said, take me back.
what state did you
Too
land
bad.
I
in?
wasn't part of this plan.
And then only to we landed in Indianapolis.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So,
That's
that's the Midwest. It's tough.
yeah.
The
It is
snow
good.
was up to your knees almost.
Mm-hmm.
So we landed in Indianapolis. I've lived here ever since.
Oh,
Mm.
wow.
I haven't moved. I don't know why I'm still here. I guess it's working. I guess it's working, but I love the place. Um, it's affordable and it's a home. It's quiet. It's peaceful.
Mm.
Um, it can be fast. It can be slow paced. So it's something that I enjoy to do. I went to college here. I went to high school. I went to college here, and then I've done certifications and things like that here in
Mm.
Indianapolis. So it has, I've utilized it as much
Mm.
as possible. This is where I've started my businesses. This is where I'm probably going to continue starting my businesses unless I have, a massive life change and I decide, I'm going to
Mm.
California or something.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh,
It's
I'm
warmer.
curious. How was your experience in high school?
Mm.
I didn't have a poor experience in high school.
Mm.
We as Zimbabweans, we already educated. We already speak English fluently. We didn't have problems.
Mm.
Even doing the schoolwork, we just breezed right through it. Others were,
Mm.
the people that have been here might have had difficulties, but
Yeah.
we didn't have difficulties because I feel like our education system might be a little bit more complex.
It
You
is.
actually had to learn
Mm-hmm.
instead of
Yeah.
memorizing. When
Yeah.
I started coming here, that's when I had to learn to memorize. And I'm like, well, so what am I learning? Because after the exam, I knew nothing
Mm.
because I had to I had to memorize everything. I
Just
didn't
to pass
actually
the test.
just to pass the test.
That's true. I
So
never thought of it like that.
yeah, I never high school was okay for me. I did
Mm.
everything, I guess the normal American way. I did sports, I was in the choir, I did show choir, I did the competitions. I had a normal high school experience.
Wow. That's
Mm.
Yeah.
awesome
That's
because
good, yeah.
I wonder if it's a male female thing or just your own experience. Because remember,
Mhm.
I know
let
who
me
you're
see.
talking about. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Both
he
of them
came
actually,
pretty young
including
too.
Judith's husband. They
Mm.
both had
Oh,
a
yeah.
different experience
Nasha,
in
yeah.
high school. Asha, yeah, they were not bullied, but it like they stood out enough for
Mm-hmm.
like jokes and stuff, or they were
Mm,
fighting, you
mm,
know. And that's why I was curious
mm.
about you.
It happens, to be honest, because I had kids who would call me Nintendo, but
Huh?
my name is clearly
Nintendo.
Tino Tenda. There's
Oh
no
my
way
gosh.
you would.
Oh, I didn't. Oh my God, I didn't even think of that. I'm like,
Right, my name is
Nintendo.
Tino
I was like,
Tenda.
why?
There's no way you can. Where do you come up with
Nintendo.
Nintendo? So I think there was an attempt to do that, but I don't know. As even to this point, there's a lot of things that I miss. I don't see shade the way
Yeah.
And
other people see it.
right.
I
And I
don't
think
experience it.
it also becomes personality sometimes, how
Mm,
you
Yeah.
take things, you know.
Mm,
yeah, that's true.
Because some people just have a thick skin and are just like whatever.
mm.
And I'm
Oh,
gonna
Yeah.
do
well, we do.
what I need to do, you know?
Mm-hmm.
We just
And-
like John when we had him on, he was saying the same thing. It's like, they were trying to be fun, make fun of my
That's
name, and I was
right.
just like,
Mhm, mhm,
so what? Like
mhm.
I'm
Yeah,
here to
yeah.
learn.
And they
Mm.
do
Mm-hmm.
try, and a lot of it, when a bully is usually afraid, they're intimidated, and they feel
Mm-hmm.
less than, right? Because here
Mm-hmm.
you come as an African kid. You remember, we're supposed to be the poorest. We're
Mm,
supposed to be non-educated.
mm.
We can't speak. We wear nylon cloths. But then you come in and you're
You're killing it.
excelling. Yeah, you're killing it. Because
Yeah.
I came in at seventh grade. I came in and I was just breezing through all the work and I was doing
Mm.
everything that I wanted to do. I came in, I auditioned for the choir I was in, and some people
Mm,
didn't get it. So it's like you
Mm.
have to kind of overlook some of that because a lot envy comes in different forms and it can be
Yeah.
bullying.
True.
So it's just one of those things where you have, even now when I look back and those same people in high school that might have tried to bully me,
mm.
we're still not on the same level.
I love it.
But
I love it.
I feel like you were so advanced at your age because
Yeah.
it takes time to understand that the majority, they just
Mm-hmm.
don't know any better because what are
Mm.
they shown on TV.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I
Yeah.
like this
Yeah,
time in life because so many gets to go back, so many gets to learn for themselves, and they're like, whoa, wait a second.
Mm-hmm.
These people that you thought they were so below everything, they're not there. Like
Yeah.
they are actually great. So, but
exactly.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think you have the
mature.
time anyway to
Mm,
notice some of those things. Because, first of all, your whole life, for 12 years of my life, all I knew was Zimbabwe and Africa,
mm-hmm,
right?
Mm.
And then
Mm-hmm.
we move. So I'm adjusting to my new life.
mm-hmm.
Mm.
I don't have time for your insecurities. I'm
Yeah.
trying to figure out how am I going to be walking through snow to get to the bus
No.
every day?
Exactly.
Is this what I'm going to have to do? The first time we were outside playing, and we went outside, just thin gloves, my sweaters. We had almost frostbite.
Yes.
So imagine we're trying to now we have we don't even know what frostbite was, but now we are aware of frostbite.
No,
We don't have time for your behaviors.
no, that's true. And I think you
Uh,
had like a mature outlook, like you know
I
what,
think
Dave,
you
whatever.
did.
definitely.
You have some wisdom you
Yeah.
over there. That's yeah.
Mm, mm.
Mm.
Yes. Well, I had no choice. I was the oldest out of
Mm.
everyone who
Yeah.
moved. So I was kind of
Oh,
like the
yeah.
not the team leader, but I took care of everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because our parents, you just know the American lifestyle. Our
They're
parents were in
busy.
school
Right.
and they
Yeah.
worked.
Yeah.
So the oldest, normally you're the one kind of running the show and
Mm-hmm,
this and that. So we had a lot on our plates. We didn't have time.
Mm.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
many siblings are you?
I only
How many
have one
siblings?
sibling. I
Okay.
only
Mm.
have one sibling here, but I
Mm-hmm.
had little cousins
Mm-hmm.
that we
Oh.
all came together. So I had
Better.
about
Oh.
maybe 4 or 5 little cousins that I
Gosh.
had
Wow.
with me. So I was wrangling
Mm-hmm.
other people. So I didn't have the
Yeah,
time.
have
I
the
was busy.
time. That's
Wow.
true. That
You had the
explains
time
Yeah.
to
it.
grow up quick.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
do grow
Yeah.
up quick. You do grow
Mm-hmm.
up quick. We were just talking about it with one of my friends that 12-year-old us back in the day, and then the 12-year-old
Today.
today.
Trust me.
Those
The
Oh
difference
people.
my
is big.
gosh. Oh my gosh. A
Yeah.
world of difference.
A world.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the things we had to do at 12, man.
I
Mm-hmm.
know.
12, you
Yeah.
know how to cook. You could
Yeah,
fully run a
Yeah.
household.
absolutely.
A
Oh,
full
yeah. You
meal.
could run
Yeah.
a
Even though we had
household. Yeah.
maids, even
Yeah,
though we had maids
Yeah.
exactly.
and things like
You
that, Cece used
you
to
had to
teach you how to
know.
do things. Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So Tino, you said you went to college in Indiana. Tell us
Mhm.
like where you went, what you studied.
I started off, I went to community college and got my human services degree, which is basically like social work.
Okay.
Mm.
And then I got into the program, the School of Psychology.
Mm.
I went through, I was almost done. And then one day I sat back and I said, huh, do I really want to do this?
When you're almost done. Mm.
Wow.
I was almost done. I probably have like 2 semesters left.
Oh,
Oh.
wow.
So I stopped.
Mm.
Mhm.
I stopped.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't regret it.
Oh, good.
I wish I had pivoted into more of maybe gone more into the social work instead of
Mm.
more of dealing with that aspect because I have a heart of service. Even everything that I do, it's all based on social work and just being there, helping people, case management, and things like that. So
Mm.
even now, with I recently opened up an independent living home,
Mm.
Oh,
housing individuals from reentry citizens, rehab, mental health, and things like that.
Oh,
And I
wow.
provide a lot of case management. I'm constantly
Mhm.
talking, I'm finding
That's
resources
true.
and things like that.
Mhm.
And I've just become accustomed to realizing that I connect things and I connect people. Even that's the same thing with Zim Ladies Roundtable.
Mm.
That's what I'm good at that. I'm
Mm.
good at connecting people with what they need and
Mm.
who they need. So I had to accept that. So now that I know at 37, I'm truly coming into who I really am. So
Mm.
I got the human services degree. I would like to go back to school
Mm.
to get my LPN because
Mm.
I also have a home care company. So in case, after that starts booming the way it's supposed to, in case, something happens, I would like to be there to help.
Yeah.
And even just with the independent living, once we get to a point where we might be providing clinical services, you never know,
Yeah.
it might turn into a treatment center.
Mm.
I would be able to just use that as well. So
Yeah.
that's just me in a little nutshell.
Wow.
But it's
We're
good to
gonna
know
get to
that you
that.
got
Yeah,
to.
I have questions.
we're gonna
It's
come
good.
back to that.
Yeah, I was just about to say it's good to know that you were able to still fulfill your dream without having to have
Yes.
that degree to show that it's doable,
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
When you have a vision and goals and ambitions.
Mm-hmm.
it does. But to be honest with you, the degree does help
It
because
does, yeah.
it does help. It does kind of back up, what you're saying. Even you might
Mm.
have a lot of knowledge, but sometimes people don't.
Yeah.
Sometimes they might not always take you seriously.
Yeah.
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 It does help, but it doesn't stop you from not doing it. I
For
mean,
what
Yeah,
you need to
definitely.
do.
It definitely didn't prevent me from doing anything. That's one
Mm.
thing, even from, like we said, from high school, ignoring what people might say. I've just had that tenacity to just keep going, no matter what the noise is. Because at the end of the day, it's just noise.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
just noise. Say that one more time.
Yeah.
It's just noise.
Just noise.
Yep.
No, that's actually something very key.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Dr. Taff, we're gonna move back to you and talk about your education. You told us a little bit about starting out in Florida, moving to Texas. So tell us what you ended up studying, and we'll go
Yeah.
from there.
Yes. So, like I said, I was in Texas at Austin Community College. Then once I got enough credits to transfer to a university, I decided to go to Kennesaw State University in Georgia.
Georgia.
Oh, right next to my
Yes.
sister. She lives like 5 minutes away from it.
Oh, really? Oh, I loved Kennesaw.
Yeah.
My family, my dad actually wanted me, my dad and my brother wanted me to stay in Texas and go to University of Texas,
Mm.
which I got into, but then I don't want to live with my brother. So, you know, I wanted to
Yeah.
experience college life and
Yes.
they were like, it'll be easier if you live with your brother and go to college. My
You're like,
brother
nope.
tried to promise, you can come and go as you please.
Mm-mm,
I don't
mm-mm.
believe that.
Live.
I'm the baby.
How are you
Okay,
introducing that boyfriend anyway to the brother?
Right?
Mm-mm.
I'm the baby in the family, so I knew
Oh,
that
yeah.
was a lie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I transferred to Kennesaw State University. So when I was there, I was like, I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do because remember, I wanted to be either a pilot or going to IT. That's really what I wanted to do.
Mm.
And I tried to have that conversation with my father who was paying for everything as well. So, he was like, no, you need to find something else. And initially I was like, oh, okay, you know what? I want to do marketing. But, he didn't really understand, oh, marketing. Why would you want
What
to
is
do
that?
Yeah,
marketing?
a lot of
Mm.
Africans don't understand. You're doing
They really
marketing,
don't.
you're doing sales, you're doing like, what is that?
Exactly, exactly. So I was like, okay, you know what? Let me find something that, my parents would both, respect.
Yeah.
So I settled on finance.
Mm.
Pause.
Um,
Mm.
You said something that my parents would respect.
I
Mhm.
know.
How sad is it that it has to come to that? And there are
yeah.
marketers who are
Mhm.
killing it.
Yeah.
They're
Yes.
just, social work is
Mm.
killing it.
Oh, yes.
Mhm.
But
Yep.
then we have to sit back and go like, okay, mom and dad.
Right.
Yeah, so
Right.
many of us have
Yeah.
done that.
I
Yeah.
have a kid who
Oh,
was really
yeah.
stressed out because she wanted to do, what does she want to do? She wanted to be a music lawyer, something, something.
Mm.
That's like, no, you have to be a lawyer of blah,
Mm.
blah, blah,
Oh
because
my
I'm paying
God.
for it. I'm like,
Oh
that's
yeah,
her
and now when
passion.
you look
Music.
when you look
Be.
at it, you're like, oh yeah, that's actually a really good
Yeah.
job, but they
It
don't understand
is.
that the things that
Mhm.
are respectable,
Mhm.
are be a doctor, be a
Mhm.
lawyer of,
Mhm.
some corporation or,
Yeah.
Yeah.
just
Engineer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
engineer. Yeah, exactly. So
Mm.
I decided to go with finance instead. And I minored in management and I graduated in 2009. And at that point, I was kind of ready. I was just like, if because I don't know if you understand. Being an African in the US, and I was here on an F1 visa as well.
Hmm.
So getting internships was not the easiest thing.
Mm.
So I struggled with that. My grades were good,
Mhm.
so
Yeah,
that
and
wasn't even the issue.
and
Yeah.
Taffy, 2009 was also a very tough year with
Yes.
the recession. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
was.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mm.
So, even I did finally get help with getting an internship at a manufacturing company. But I really didn't gain too much during that
Mm.
internship. They were just kind of letting me do my own thing over
Mhm.
there and so I didn't pursue getting a full-time position with them.
Mm.
Mhm.
So I was kind of just ready. I was just like, if I go back to Zimbabwe, cool,
Why not?
whatever.
Whatever.
Which I actually did go back to Zimbabwe. However, I did end up applying to get my master's.
Ah.
Mhm.
So I applied to Clark Atlanta University and a couple of other universities, and I got into Clark Atlanta University. But I did go back to Zimbabwe, and I worked at Econet in their finance
Ah,
department
nice.
Oh.
for about 8 months or so. I was in Zimbabwe. Absolutely loved it over there. I got to eat chicken in every day.
That's the life.
You guys introduced chicken into us, to Kenya.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
Yeah,
Chicken in, and
that's
what's the
right.
other one? Oh, Nando's is from
Nando's.
where?
Nando's,
Nando's, right?
Nando's
Yeah,
is South
South
African, I guess.
African.
Oh, is
Yeah,
it? And Steers?
yeah.
Steers is South African
Steers, I
too, I
think
think,
is,
right?
I think it's South African
It's
as
South
well.
South
I
African.
think.
African too.
Yeah.
Like when I grew up, it was Steers, Nando's, and Chicken in. That was where we were being
Hmm.
taken
So
for
wait,
dates.
chicken in, is that like equivalent to KFC type of thing?
Yes.
Kind of.
Yes.
Something
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that.
I
Yeah,
figured.
something
I
like
saw the
Without
that.
all the
excitement.
chemicals.
I saw the
Right.
excitement on the screen. I was like, it has to be KFC or Popeye, something like that.
Yeah.
It's
But
close,
better.
close enough.
Did they
Okay.
hear me? No. It's the same
Got the
chicken in
Oh yeah.
seasonings.
KFC.
But I returned to the United States and pursued my MBA in marketing.
Mm.
And that was a 2-year program. Goodness, that was the toughest stage that I've ever had to go through when it comes to my education, because we had 5 classes each semester.
Mm.
And for a master's program, that's actually a lot, because a lot of people usually take 2 classes a
Yeah.
semester.
Mm.
Yeah, so we had 5 classes. A lot of people that started that had jobs, they actually quit their jobs because
Oh yeah, you
they
can't.
Wow,
yeah,
yeah.
you
It's too
just can't
much.
do it. We were in the library all night. The library at Clark Atlanta University is 24 hours. So we'd be in the
Mm.
library with 5 exams the next day. So you'd be in the library
Mm.
the whole night, just studying for exams the next day. Or so it was really tough. But I think the my favorite part was that I did get to go to China
Mm.
with a group as well. So we did
Wow.
a yeah, we studied in China. So we took 2 classes while we were in China, doing business in China, and international business while we were there. So, and we got to see China as well.
Nice.
So
Nice.
question for those who are listening and maybe would like a program like that, what's that? How does that program look like? How do you get exposed to that kind of situation, I guess, like a travel kind of? Was it
Well,
just
Clark Atlanta University, they have their MBA. Their MBA program, honestly, is absolutely fantastic.
mm,
As far as their networking, the travel, I do not know any other university that compares to their program. Um, they every year they do, I don't know if they still do it, but every year they would take students to China. They had a connection with a university in Beijing. So
mhm.
it's a program that they had every year. A group of about 30 students would go to
Wow.
China. Yeah, about 30 students. Of course, you have to pay for it. And
Mhm.
we stayed at a university. We had the 2 classes, and then we also asked for them to give us some Chinese lessons as well, Mandarin lessons.
Mandarin.
Oh,
So yeah, so that we could go shopping and haggle when we go to the market and everything. So
you
those
still
are the
remember
things. So
some? You
oh
still
yeah,
speak?
so those are the
Okay.
things. Yeah, those are the things
Nice.
that they taught us how to get them to haggle the prices down and all of
Okay.
Nice.
that. We got to see Shanghai, the Great Wall of
Oh,
China, and all
nice.
of
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
oh yeah, the Summer Palace. I mean, it was absolutely incredible. But
Mm.
um, I would absolutely recommend the MBA program at Clark Atlanta University,
Huh.
honestly. Yeah, it was intense. It was intense, but it also helped my last semester taking those 2 classes. I only had I think I also took classes over the summer. I'm one of those
Mm.
that would take classes. My summers, I was always taking classes. Even in undergrad, I'll take classes on Saturdays. I'll be in class
Word.
all day. I would have accounting class during the summer for like 5 hours on a 6-week class. So yeah, I don't know how I did it.
Yeah, I'm wondering how.
But it made it a lot easier when it got to
Yeah.
that last semester, because I didn't have to take 5 classes. It was a lot,
Mm.
I was relaxed, and
Mm.
Mhm.
I just had I think I just had 2 classes left that last semester. So it made it a lot easier.
Mm.
And then so after graduation, well, actually before graduation, I got into the United States Sports Academy in Mobile, Alabama. I
Okay.
know.
You
For
were
stone
discovering
throw.
I know
America.
you're wondering, like, sports? How? So
As you
remember
crisscross
I
the
told you
country.
Hmm.
my dad he's very much into
Yeah.
sports. He was a
Hmm.
Yeah.
sports Yeah, he was a sports journalist, and he was also at one point the Zimbabwe Olympics president as well.
Oh,
Mm.
nice.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
so after that, that's when he went to Switzerland to work for the International Olympic Committee as
Oh.
the director of international development and cooperation. So that's
Mm.
how I ended up in Switzerland because he was in Switzerland, and I actually got I was trying to come to the US after I finished my O levels in Zimbabwe, but I got denied. My visa,
Mm.
my F1 visa was denied.
Oh.
Mm.
Yes, and so I had told everybody I'm moving, I'm going to the United States. Uh, Listen, I had already packed my bags in my mind, right? And then I go to the visa interview and they tell me, sorry,
Oh,
you need more ties in Zimbabwe or
Zimbabwe,
something like
yeah.
that.
Mm.
Yeah, so I was denied. Oh my goodness, I was distraught, y'all.
Oh.
They saw you coming from a mile away.
They saw you
My
coming.
goodness. My goodness. So, when it comes to the United States Sports Academy, my dad actually got an honorary doctorate from them a few
Ooh.
years before I went there. So he was like, he kind of nudged me because he's like, well, that's the baby in the family. So don't you want to go,
Oh.
do your doctorate in sports management? And I was like, I don't know. So I actually started my application and they saw my name, but I
Um,
didn't complete my application at first because I was just like, no, I'm not,
Mm.
I'm tired.
mm,
This MBA program wore me out.
Mhm.
I'm tired. I don't want to go back
mm.
to school. So when they saw my name on the application and saw that I wasn't completing my application, they contacted my dad.
Oh no.
Alumni, bring everyone on.
Yep, they contacted him and they were like, "Well, she submitted almost everything. What's going on? What's going on? Why isn't she completing her application? We already see her grade because I had already submitted my grades. I think it was just that the last semester that I hadn't submitted, but I had
Mm.
submitted my transcripts. Pretty much everything except that, and maybe one or two other things. And they were like, "Well, we want her to come. So, can she start? In May." I hadn't walked yet. So
Wow.
I hadn't walked, so I politely declined, but I said I would complete my application.
Mhm.
So I applied for a scholarship with them and I got the scholarship.
Oh.
And but I did ask them to if I could start after graduation. So my
Mhm.
cohort had started already, but I asked them if I could just wait until graduation because my family was coming. There was no way I could just move.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I'm moving to Mobile, Alabama.
Cancel those tickets. It's okay.
I know.
Yeah, so they were fine with it. So I moved there, I think August of 2012. That's when I
Mm.
moved to Mobile, Alabama, and I started the doctorate program over there in sports management. So it took me a while. So, mind you, after the MBA program, I was worn out. I did not want to be in school anymore.
Mhm.
So, and then with the doctorate program, you're reading a lot of research papers.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I can
Mhm.
imagine.
Oh my goodness. And they were so boring. Those research papers were so boring. I struggled with settling on what my dissertation was, my thesis would be.
Mhm.
So it took me years to figure that out. I was like, okay, I want to do something with, in women in sports.
Mm.
And, my dad's like, okay, you know, and then I would switch to, oh, let me do, since you're in development, let me do something in international development. And he's like,
Mhm.
okay, you know he was just looking at me like, what is she doing? But I finally my one of my professors was like, Taffy, You do not have to save the world with your dissertation. That's not what this is about. You're
Yeah.
totally overthinking it. Look
Mm.
for something look for some research that's been done that you're, remotely interested in, and go with that. Figure out how to branch off from that. And I settled on soccer. Soccer is, Africans and soccer.
Yeah.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah, so
Mhm.
that's what my thesis was on. I did some
Yeah.
research on, viewership, Americans versus Africans.
Mm.
So that's then I finally, the very last year, when I say the very last year, I was almost Taffy all but dissertation. That's how long I took
Wow.
Oh
to
God.
finally get
Mhm.
that doctorate. The very last few days, that's when I defended my thesis, and that's how I became Dr. Taffy.
Dr.
Wow. So what
Taffy.
year did you graduate with your doctorate?
I
Yeah.
graduated in 2017.
Oh wow.
Mm.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a,
Yes.
it's a
No,
I'd
walk
like
sorry,
in.
those
2018. 2018.
2018. Mm.
I'd like
No,
those
2017.
letters.
End of 2017.
Uh-huh.
December 2017.
Somewhere over there.
No,
Yeah.
because I defended in December 2017, but I walked in
In
2018.
2018.
2018.
Uh,
Yeah.
somebody else had that same thing.
Mm.
Was it the doctor at UNC when she's like, I
Oh
did this
yeah,
year, but I
Camille.
worked here
Yeah,
and couldn't
Camille.
quite place
Yeah,
when she's like,
yeah. Because it
it
was in two
happened then.
different places. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Camille.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Maybe
Oh,
it's a doctorate thing.
yeah.
I want those
Oh,
letters, but I just imagine that in my head.
the
Yeah,
the the
Yeah,
work,
I am
right?
not doing the work.
I
Yeah.
know.
And
Really
I'm
not
getting
that
too
bad.
old.
It's
Yeah,
really
Yeah,
not that
Oh,
bad. Honestly,
no,
my
no.
master's, my MBA was a lot harder than my
then the
doctorate.
Oh,
doctorate.
really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the
Wow.
time I got to my doctorate, I was just tired. That was the issue. I was
Like let's.
tired. I was tired of
Mhm.
reading. I
Mm,
was tired of writing.
mm,
yeah, that's
Um,
true.
so yeah, that was the big issue when it
Yeah.
came to that. So it
mm,
really
Wow.
wasn't that bad.
yeah.
All
I
right. So we're
yeah.
gonna switch back to Tino. So Tino, you
We
told us
know.
your you told us your education and then you went a little bit into your businesses. So tell us
Mhm.
when you I think you told us you started the psychology degree and then decided maybe that wasn't really what you wanted to do. Then after
Mhm.
that, how did you decide like what you were gonna do? Did you start by doing some jobs first before you started the businesses? What happened after that?
Yeah, how did you get that exposure to even be able to start the business too?
So while I was in college, I worked at the local helpline, which was a social service helpline. So I was
Mm.
exposed from going to
Mhm.
school, getting the degree, and then working there. I was exposed to everything. I didn't quite know what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to serve, I knew I wanted to help, but I
Mm.
didn't know how to do it, or
Mm.
if I was going to work for someone, or I was going to do it myself. So after I left the helpline, I went and got my pharmacy certification. So I went and I started working in the pharmacy. And in the
Oh.
pharmacy, that's when I would always encounter seniors.
Mm,
Hmm.
Seniors need a lot of help.
mm-hmm.
Mm.
So that's when I was like, huh. So after it was like maybe 3 years of being in the pharmacy, and I'm like, why don't I just start my own business? Because there's a lot of seniors that need help. Why don't I just do it? But I just kept putting it off. And then one
Mm.
day I woke up, I registered the business online. I even told my mom, I was like, I just registered Ka Business Congo. My mom was like, okay. My
Oh
mom
God.
isn't.
You,
And the thing is,
it's like Bantu. I just researched a business Kangu. We say that
Yeah,
in Swahili too.
yeah, that's the same. That's
Kangu
why
is
I
mine.
understand a lot of Swahili.
Oh,
so
that's why you catch up.
yeah.
Oh.
So my mom is actually an entrepreneur. She's a CPA and she's had her own accounting firm
Oh,
since like maybe 2004, I think.
Oh,
Oh
So
wow.
she's
wow.
always worked for herself. She's always
Mm.
had that entrepreneurial spirit to just do
mm-hmm.
things for
Mhm.
herself.
Awesome.
So I think we
Mm.
got some of that from her. because we didn't mind working for other people, but at the end of the day, it's not where we're supposed to be. Like, yeah, you can be an independent contractor and you work under, but it's your time, right?
Yeah.
You kind of decide how you use your time. And that's
Yeah.
how I've always been. I hate being in a building and being stuck.
I know.
I hate it. I could never have worked in corporate America. I would have been fired every time. I want to go outside. I want to hear the birds. I want to open the windows. They would not have been happy with me. Would not have worked. Well, I think after I registered my business, then I started working I was still working at the pharmacy, and then I was also running my business on the side. That's where it's called. We started out as Tino Caregiving Services, but we changed it because it was too long to Tino Care. So I was in there. I think at first, when I first started, I had 5 clients by myself, and then I was doing the work.
Wow.
It was nuts. I was
And you're
literally
still employed.
And going to work.
Yeah.
something was failing there, and it wasn't my business.
It wasn't your business.
Right? Exactly.
It wasn't my
Calling
business.
I know. Somehow she doesn't show up like she used to.
Yeah, exactly. I would work extra hours.
Yeah.
Now there's no more extra hours because I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, okay. I would come to work, and even though I still enjoyed talking to the people, I knew I wasn't supposed to be there.
Yeah.
You know, after a while, you can be content with being somewhere,
Yeah.
but then something in you is like, something's not right. So eventually, I wanted to get, since I was in the home care field, I wanted to get my CNA certification. So after I still running the business, then I left the pharmacy. So full time, I'm running my business, and then I decided, you know, it was almost COVID time. Let me get my CNA license, and that was also going to transition me into going to get my LPN. So I started, and COVID started.
Oh, yeah.
So now, because I started my business in 2018, so 2 years in, 2020, who comes?
COVID.
Mr. COVID is here.
Yeah.
So now it's like, okay, I'm getting my CNA license in a nursing home because they would cover the cost. But you know, they take their time because they also want to keep staff on
The
hand.
staffing,
Yeah.
Yeah. So now it's like, okay. I didn't realize it was going to be like this. But now we're in the swing of things. You know, nursing, you become addicted to picking up shifts. I don't know I know there's a nurse here, so I know you can testify.
Been there, done that.
It's an addiction.
It
Who
is.
can work the longest? I'm like,
Who's gonna drop first?
who's going to drop first? I'll tell you, there were days I would work 16-hour shifts 4 days in a row. And I'm like,
What?
Wow.
When were you
tell you
sleeping?
Girl, we don't have to
Exactly.
sleep. Yeah.
Exactly.
And the
Exactly.
hospital,
It was
I
the
feel
worst.
like the hospitals are worse because on the weekend, those are the good pay, you know. Everybody's fighting to get the weekend shift. That's like you adding another 15, another whatever on top of what you
Wow.
get. So yeah, shift
Especially that it was
differential.
starting to be COVID time. Remember the
Yeah, the
bonuses?
rate was
Yes.
Oh
so high.
God.
Yeah.
The bonuses. You would come, they would literally negotiate. You would be like, you would be at that was a gamble. They would be telling you, okay, we'll give you $250 extra for the day. Okay, maybe what? Listen,
Wow.
it was COVID time, it was bad. But I think for people that stayed in healthcare,
It was
it was
good.
good.
Yeah. There's a
It
good
was
and the
good.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah. So while all of this is going on, because we didn't know what we were dealing with, I stopped the business. Because now I'm like, I work in a nursing home. People are dying from COVID.
Left and right, yeah.
I work with seniors. Already, those people are
Vulnerable.
So I stopped the business. I stopped, I think, for 2 years. I stopped the business. But when it's something that you're supposed to do,
You will do it.
Yeah,
you
somehow.
go back to it. And when
Yes.
I had started, I hadn't certified anything. I was taking private pay. So I hadn't gotten the Medicaid, I hadn't gotten anything. So when I was still there. I'd gotten my little CNA license. Everything is going great. I'm picking shifts, I'm making my good money. That's it, right?
Yeah.
But you're not supposed to be there. So I started again. God begins to move you. Things start to happen. Weird things just start happening out of it's not out of the blue, but it just starts happening because you
Yeah.
didn't notice. But then when things get bad, that's when you notice.
Yeah.
So got back onto the business and I got everything certified through the state. So now I've become an Indiana Medicaid provider. So now I'm good. In doing all of that, obviously nothing comes easy. It's stress because my business is it's a multi-purpose business. So we want to do home care, transportation, and then now we do housing. So in the home care, doing all of that, home care, they changed the system so you don't always get clients the way you used to. So it became a challenge because now it's like we're fighting for the same 10 clients. Even though there's a lot of people, it's all it was all working, but it was still difficult. So I had my few clients and I was doing that. It's wonderful. Still doing it today. It's wonderful. Opened up the independent living home December. When I tell you, I've been challenged because we're dealing.
Oh, wow.
I didn't realize, obviously, I've done social service, even being in healthcare, social services and things like that, but I think it's a different side of things. It's a different side of seeing people who are marginalized, whether on purpose or because of addiction, because of homelessness. It's really helped me see life in a different way because it could have been any one of us. Homelessness can happen at any moment. You can lose your job, you can lose hours, anything can happen. So I think it kind of does help at the perspective of you're not judgmental. You kind of see them for exactly who they are, but you also have to be, because when you flip the coin, there's also another side. A lot of people who are marginalized are manipulative. Some of them can't be trusted.
Yeah.
And there are a lot who truly want help. There are people that really want change. And you have to just find those people, even though you run into the people that might cause problems. Like today, I have an individual that's in that house. I think it's the last about 3 weeks. It's been nothing but problems. Police calls to a point now that we have to evict them. So it's so many problems. And then he's abusing his girlfriend. And you tell the caseworker, caseworkers are overwhelmed already. So it's not like, I don't want to say they don't care, but I think they don't. Yeah. So it's
Prioritize, I guess, maybe, yeah? Like, what's the
yeah.
what's the biggest fire to put out today?
Yeah. So it's me kind of picking up, we have cameras in our home for safety and things like that, for moments when, if there's abuse or there's, it being sober living, we can't have you drinking or smoking in the home. So even now, just this evening, we had a situation and I had to kind of record some of the videos of the things that were happening so I could use them as evidence to whatever it might, so I can send to the caseworker, because I have to cover myself.
Yeah.
If abuse is happening in my home and I'm quiet about it, I might as well be the abuser as well.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
Gosh,
it's
that sounds like a lot.
That sounds heavy and a lot.
Yeah.
It does. And one thing you have to honestly stay prayed up, and you have to stay solid within yourself. Because when I tell you, even this past week, obviously you're having your own personal problems and then you have problems at work.
Yeah.
I said, wow, God, what do you want me to do? Because
Yeah, you figure it out.
I said, do I close the house down? What do I do?
I know.
Because this is a complete mess. This past week, I really questioned myself. Are you going to be able to do this? Because it's been that challenging. And after you come out of it, when it's your purpose, when you're supposed to be there, you come out of the darkness and you find solutions. So
Yeah.
it's
You get
challenging,
through it,
but
yes.
it's fulfilling. So I
Mm-hmm.
definitely love it. I feel when I
Yeah.
started, I
Mhm.
felt a fire. You know, we have a fire in our chest.
Yes.
I felt my fire come on. I
Oh,
felt it burning bright. So I felt the warmth. So I know I'm supposed to be there. I think it's always just readjusting
yeah.
and setting up systems that work well.
I was gonna ask
Yeah.
whether it's fulfilling, but that's good to know
Mm-hmm.
because you know
Mhm.
if it's challenging and not fulfilling, it becomes a bit tricky. But that's
Mhm.
good.
Your mental health becomes tricky as well because
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes.
You're like, everybody out.
listen,
Closing the doors.
Done.
I was I was telling, I don't know who I was telling. I think one of my friends, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take all the furniture out. They can stay if they want to. They can stay if they want to because I lease the home. So I'm like, the landlord can just deal with it.
But honestly, kudos to you because
Yeah.
when you're in healthcare, you want to help so much, and then you
Oh
come up
yeah.
with all this idea like I can have a transportation service, I can do like home care, I can do, and then you start looking into what it entails to do those things
Yeah.
and the laws and the this, and you're like, well, maybe I'll just keep my job and I'll be okay.
And your insurance must
Yeah, all
be
that, so
crazy.
there's so much. So kudos to you. Continue
Thank you.
doing
Thank
what you're
you.
doing because you're doing what you're
Wow.
supposed to be doing.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's
Yes,
Yeah.
amazing.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your
Um,
dream is to keep growing
Yeah.
if these people don't drive you too crazy.
And you don't take away the
Listen,
furniture.
we're we're just gonna have to be there. And you know what? Maybe there will be a point that I might have to just take all the furniture out of a house in the
and
future.
be out.
And that's okay because we
Yeah, hey,
cannot
you do
deal
what
with
you have to do.
you do
Exactly.
what you have to do
Like
because
I'm
it's
at the end here.
you know you just do what you have to do. But I'm truly honestly fulfilled and I'm excited to
Mm.
start working on a second house. I'm
Oh,
excited
wow.
Good. Yay.
to start progressing in that way and building more, referral partners and things like that. I thanked the social worker this morning and I said, thank you for thinking of me. Because once they start to think of you,
Oh,
that
that's
means you're
true.
Doing
in.
something good, yeah.
Yes.
Hmm.
And she said, you're welcome. I love the program that you started. So
Oh, that's
that's
amazing.
truly, I was like, okay,
That's
so
amazing.
we're doing
Yeah.
something.
And that's the other trick with healthcare, those days that you're like, you know what, I'm so done, like take my badge, and then somebody's gonna say something, and you're like,
You're like, you know what?
ah, I'll come back.
Okay,
I'll be
right?
back
I'm
tomorrow
here to
morning.
stay.
I'm telling you, there was a skip in my step. I probably hopped a couple
And so
times
there's
when I
always
was like,
somebody,
wow.
something that's gonna happen that's gonna just bring you back, and you're like, okay,
Oh,
I'll see you next time.
that's
Yeah.
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah. Okay. I'll take them. I'll take them.
Yeah.
So,
So let's
yeah.
let's
Okay.
go to let's go to Taffy. You tell us
Mm,
what you did after graduation and what you're
mm,
up to now. And then after that, I'll come
yeah.
back to you guys.
Okay. Mm.
Okay, I'll try to cut it short because
Oh,
there's a lot of years
yeah.
between that. But
Yeah.
remember I told you Tino thinks I'm the chatty one.
That's okay. That makes the two of us.
Sometimes it just takes some proof for someone to know themselves.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yes.
But after graduation, actually before graduation, I was also working on campus at the United States Sports Academy.
Mm.
So when I graduated, they sent me an offer letter to work in student services, doing special projects for the president
Mhm,
of the university.
mhm,
So that's what I was doing for a little bit. And then one of my professors, who was actually on my committee, my dissertation committee, he
mhm.
suggested that I apply to become a professor at
Oh,
the academy. So I was
mm,
like, oh, let me go ahead and do that. So I applied. I was teaching all levels. At the time we didn't have bachelors. They do
Mm.
now. So
mm,
but at the time it was just master's and doctorate level
mm,
program. So I started teaching. I think I had about 5 classes that I was teaching at the time, but they were all online. So I was, but you know how you go through college and you're like, oh, this professor is tough. What was that professor?
You were the tough professor?
Tough professor, but it wasn't because the reason was, okay, let me tell you a story about one of the students that I had. He was a doctoral student, and he plagiarized everything in that class. When I say, so I was reading, so the first assignment, I was reading, I was like, oh, okay, this is really good. But when it came to the second assignment, I was like, this looks so familiar.
Yeah.
No, I've seen this somewhere before. So I went to the textbook. When I say he copied and pasted,
Wow.
Wow.
copied and pasted from the textbook.
Wow.
So, like I said, it's not because I wanted to be difficult or whatever, but
You
you're
needed to.
plagiarizing. You're plagiarizing, you're not answering
Yeah.
you're not doing what you're supposed to do.
Pre-AI.
Right.
Right. I worked hard to get this degree,
Yeah.
and
Right.
you're copying from the textbook. You don't even look for something, another book or research book. You're copying from the book that you're
That you're
studying
using.
from,
Oh my gosh.
that we're using in the class. So he ended up dropping the class because every assignment it was all red.
Oh,
I
And you
was
kept
like, I
doing
need you
it.
to redo every assignment because everything is from the book.
Yeah.
But
I don't know
but
why.
honestly, all the other people, like, I was fair. I felt like I was fair. I didn't fail anyone or anything like that. But I wanted them to I wanted them to get what I got out of the program, right? And even though right now I'm not using that degree at the moment anyway, I still felt like, you're paying all this money to go to school, and so you should do what you're supposed to do. And one thing my father always said to me was, do what you need to do today so you can do what you want to
to
do
do later.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I've always lived by that. And that's why, like I mentioned earlier, I used to take classes during summer while my friends were enjoying their Saturdays during the summer. I was sitting in an accounting class for 5 hours, drinking Coke to stay awake, or Starbucks to stay awake, big Starbucks. So, that's what I was doing. So I wanted them to get out of, what I got out of the program as well. So maybe I wasn't difficult, but I think I was practical, right?
Well, I think it's a degree. You have to earn it.
Yes,
You
That's
have
what
to,
I say. You have
yeah,
to
I
earn your
agree.
degree.
you
Like,
have to
Yeah.
earn it. Yeah, and pandemic, I was teaching at the time, and I had moved to Nashville, and I was still teaching online. But once COVID hit, their enrollment went down, and I wasn't getting any more students in the classes, so they kind of stopped. The world stopped
The
when
world
pandemic
stopped.
hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the world stopped. So I stopped doing that. I stopped teaching, and I started working for Amazon. I was in HR for Amazon for a little bit after that, during the pandemic. And also during the pandemic, that's when we started Zim Ladies Roundtable as well.
yay.
We had a
I
lot
love
of
it.
downtime. We had a lot of downtime.
Yeah.
So Tino is actually the one who started Zim Ladies on, you know, she's the one who was the driver, right? She started posting stuff
Sounds
on
like
Facebook.
Guillermo for us.
She'll post these questions on Facebook, and I would respond. I mean, so I'd be on my phone, responding to her questions. But then a few people started reaching out in our inboxes, answering, responding to some of the things that they said, because remember, as African women, we don't feel safe on the internet. We don't feel safe speaking to our families. We don't feel safe speaking to our friends about some topics.
Yeah.
So they were reaching out in the inbox because they couldn't say some of the things that they wanted to say out in the open. So Tino was like, a lot of messages. I was like, me too. And she's like, we should create a WhatsApp group and just have these difficult conversations that women can't have out in the open. And that's how Zim Ladies Roundtable was created. And then she was like, oh, you know what, we need a third person. So we were actually three at one point when we started. Yeah, we started, and we had 100 women in this WhatsApp group. Yeah.
Yeah.
Goodness.
There's a lot going on.
We had 100 women, and
Wow.
during
Miss People Connector.
Yeah.
You love to be. Tino,
I can imagine
I
your
see
group
your
text.
prints
My
all over.
God.
Oh yeah, and if we were listen, we were functioning as a business already at this point.
Wow.
We were posting questions every, like I think 3 times a week at first. We're posting questions 3 times a week, just topics that women can discuss out in the open about
So,
anything
okay.
about
So for those
finances.
who haven't heard who haven't heard this, give an example of some of these questions, because for my it could be as simple as, how do I cook? I don't know, something to something like, yeah, last night I put someone in
It
the
was.
doghouse. I want him out of the doghouse.
And what's crazy, it really actually was. It was just girl chat, right? We talked about relationships, we talked about finances, how to make money, entrepreneurship. We talked about domestic violence, mental health. So we started, every week would have a theme. So this week we want to focus on mental health. Let's talk about, let's find questions that, people don't normally discuss, would post the questions and people would talk about it. Let's talk about social media today. How are people behaving on social media? Or let's talk about how to start a business. Let's connect people. And even through this group, a lot of people, like Tina said, she's absolutely incredible when it comes to connecting people. And because of that, some people got jobs through this.
Oh,
Some
nice.
people
Wow.
started working projects with, they met some women in the group and they started working on some projects. Zim Ladies, that's how we met Mercy as well. Because, we'd talk about immigration, immigration law and all of that. So we've had doctors on our podcast. We've had authors, we've had musicians, comedians. So that, we just wanted to give people exposure, right? And give them a platform to have these conversations, these difficult conversations, especially because especially in African culture, there are a lot of things that are taboo to discuss.
Taboo.
Yeah,
Yes.
sex is taboo to discuss.
Yes.
You can't go to your mother and talk about, hey mom,
What?
Remember, we had the sex therapist.
I had a sex
So,
therapist on Zim Ladies
yeah,
Roundtable as well.
I meant to ask, so talking about connecting people, do you guys know Noki and Dr. Stem?
We know
Yes.
Dr. Stem. We've
Yay!
had Dr. Stem a few times,
I love
actually.
it.
Oh,
I love it.
We love Dr. Stem.
Oh,
We
yeah.
love
God.
her.
love her,
Yes.
yeah.
awesome. Yeah, we should connect these guys with
I
Noki
know. With
too.
Noki, yeah.
Please.
And
Yeah,
how did the two of
definitely.
you, how did the two of you meet?
Yeah, both of you.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah, yes, we need to know.
We met in a WhatsApp group.
Oh,
That's how we met. We met in a WhatsApp group.
What?
And then we would just talk here and there. And then one time there was a big party that happened here in Indianapolis. Indianapolis was party central for a while. Now, it's quiet. Things are shifting. But Taffy, her sister, and a couple other people, they came to town. So we hung out. And then from then on, we just always connected. We stayed in touch. So and then when we started having the conversations, I think after that it already had been at least 10 years, right?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So we've known each other decade plus.
Yeah,
That's
nice.
awesome.
That's pretty
Nice.
cool. From a WhatsApp group.
I know.
Amazing.
Yes.
Can you believe it?
Thanks.
WhatsApp has been
Yeah.
connecting people for
I know.
hopefully for generations they will
Yeah.
be connecting
This
people.
is why Meta bought WhatsApp, because they knew.
Yeah.
They knew.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Amazing.
look at group chat differently. You know, I'm not a big fan of group chat. So.
Listen, I'm
WhatsApp,
tired of group chats now.
yeah. You know what? If you use WhatsApp the right way,
Yeah.
it
It's good.
works.
Yeah.
Because that was
Yeah.
the other problem that we had. Even though we had a lot of women in the group,
Mhm.
people were still kind of worried about, is it a safe space?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah.
we value sisterhood.
Yeah.
That was the whole
Mm.
point of even
Mhm.
starting the conversations was
Mhm.
we valued sisterhood.
Mhm.
We
Yeah.
wanted to connect with other women
Mhm.
on a different level because women empowering women, you grow
Yeah.
together, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's an explosion of wonderful things happening, and that's what we wanted.
Mhm.
So in that group, I tell you, there was no drama, there was no chaos.
Nice.
Mhm.
We had conversations every
It
week.
was
Wow.
Nice.
Every
Oh,
week we
yeah.
had conversations and people engaged.
Mm.
It was a lot for us. It was three of us, right? And those are three different personalities. So
Mm.
already, and you can tell Taffy and I already, we are
Tino's the one who gets whatever she wants, okay?
well, that's not necessarily true. I have to beg for it most of the time because I've already done too much. I've already done too much. But she is, to be honest, I think this is how it was meant to be. It was meant to be just the two of us. Because she's the yin to my yang, I'm the yin to her yang, and it doesn't work with anybody else. You know how you say a three-legged stool is working, but we only need two legs. We don't need
That's
anything
awesome.
extra.
Yeah.
We will balance somehow. We will always get it. So it really has.
great.
I think it's changed our life because now we do this event every year, which was the whole idea of us
Yes.
having this.
Oh,
And
nice.
to us, it's a big event every year that we do a networking experience. And again, it's us connecting people and it's us motivating people, which is what we wanted to do from the beginning.
Nice.
So
Awesome.
it's really, I enjoy it.
What's
We
your
enjoy
event
it.
called?
Yeah.
ZLR networking experience.
Yeah.
And
And
what
when
is
is it
It'll be our
happening?
second
What's
year.
it about?
Oh, nice.
It's
When is
really
it happening?
September this year. Oh God, this year it's 3 days. Normally we do
Oh.
2 days, but
Wow.
I blame Taffy.
Like I said, she gets whatever she wants,
What?
right?
So this year it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're kicking it off with a cocktail hour on Friday evening. And then Saturday, we're going to pack it up with information, with experts and things like that. Sunday, we usually mellow out. We have a good brunch. And then we have people that are going to come motivate us and talk to us. I think this year it might be a little bit more mental health focused.
Yeah.
Just so we can, because people are going through a tough time.
Yes.
So why don't we close it out and just kind of get that feeling of, okay, what services can we provide and how can you even access them or do you want to access them?
Right.
So
And
it's
faith as well. Faith.
yeah, and faith, definitely always faith. Since it is a Sunday,
Mm.
we're taking people away from church, so we always trying to razzle dazzle it up with a little Jesus in there.
September what again?
September
11 to
11th.
13.
11 to
September
13.
11th?
11 to 13. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
and you guys will send us like the links to the event
Yeah.
and all that stuff. So when we post the episode, we'll have all those links
The
there.
info.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
So people can
See if
see
we
it.
can, you guys, we can have some guests appear over there too
Yeah.
from Raleigh, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yes, we
Yes,
want
please.
everyone.
Yeah.
We want
Yes.
everyone.
Yes,
So,
I mean, last year was our first one, and the turn, listen, I did not sleep the night before because I was just like, what if nobody shows up?
Oh.
After all this,
All this after
All
all
of this,
the promises we made to the sponsors, to the speakers.
And then they come, it's 5 people there.
And,
Oh my God.
Listen, it
So how was the turnout?
was amazing. It was a good
Oh,
turnout. It was a
oh,
great turnout. It
That's
was a
good.
that's
great
awesome.
turnout. I
That's
think,
awesome.
and a lot of people they're already excited about the next one
About the
because
next
they,
one.
they connected. The networking part was the
networking.
most incredible part about that whole event.
Mm.
Just getting people, to know each other. And we even had a moment where everybody introduced themselves and just let everybody know what they do. And
Mm.
so, hey, you never know who needs your services
Exactly.
or could
Exactly.
need
Exactly.
help with whatever you do. So it
Yeah.
was it was an incredible, incredible event. So
That's
we're really
Yeah.
excited about this year, even though Tino wants to go overboard already, y'all.
She wants
No,
5 days,
all I
doesn't
ask
she?
is for some dancers. I mean, I'm not asking for too much.
Hey,
I just want some entertainment that's
absolutely. You gotta have
exact,
that.
No, what
So
you
it's
know what? What's crazy is it works, right?
Yeah.
Tino
Mm.
is the one who has these crazy things, and
Yes.
I'm always like, oh my God.
and then
What,
after she
what
sees
did
it,
I
she's
get
like,
myself into?
Like,
"Oh,
okay.
She texts me,
I
she'll be like, oh
see."
my gosh, I think we should have a fashion show. Like,
Oh,
Absolutely. With
Right.
okay.
we did,
African
and it
clothes
was
and everything.
amazing.
Yes,
That's
I see you.
awesome.
Mhm.
She'll be like,
It
we
works.
should have singers. I'm like, okay, Tino.
You're like, all
I'm
right,
gonna
let's do
ask you for some
it.
aerial dancers next
You know what?
year.
It actually helps, that Tina is on the ground as well. She found,
Mm.
like, she put in a lot of work. She
Mhm.
found the place. A lot of this, most of the speakers were from Indianapolis.
Mm.
So it's people connections, her
Mhm.
connections, just, being the person that she is.
Mm.
It really helped just being just the bright light that she is. People
Mhm.
want to do things for her, so that
Oh.
really, really helped. I mean, we had
Mhm.
our facilitator Jerry Noop. He's from the Chamber of Commerce. I was like,
Yes. Yeah,
Wow. Go
You know
figure.
how
he
you do
is.
this.
What?
I love it.
It's in talking. The moment I just
Mm.
run my mouth, I don't know.
Things happen.
I just I've been given the gift of convincing you, even if we're going to jump off the bridge.
Okay.
You're,
It
you're the
just
one who
happens.
sell
We're like,
who
we
sells
can
you
do
know,
tickets.
we've
this,
jumped off the bridge.
nicely.
We all know it was Tino's idea.
Yeah.
So we
Oh
sell
my
ice to
God.
people who live in Alaska over there.
Right.
To
She
you.
will, Tino will sell ice to an Eskimo.
Eskimo, yeah.
Listen, if
Let,
it works, let's do it.
Let's do
let,
it.
let me ask you this. Are you funding this? Just the two of you, or
Oh
you
yeah.
get fundraising and stuff like that, or people can help, or how
So
does
we
that
have
work?
we have sponsorship packages.
Okay.
We were
Okay.
very fortunate. We did put some money in. Obviously, there's
Mhm.
nothing you can ever completely
Yeah.
do.
Oh yeah.
So, but we had sponsors.
Okay.
Mm.
And we
Okay.
didn't even, I mean, we had a decent amount, to be
We
honest.
did.
Mm.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's always
hopefully,
good.
this year, God,
Yeah.
it's your child again.
It's to God's
You keep
ears.
growing.
Yeah, because
You keep
I think
growing.
even last year, we probably could have had a bigger turnout, but I think people didn't know what to expect.
To expect, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
They
I
didn't
think
realize,
that
okay,
happens, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
first
yeah,
thing is always one of those that
Mm-hmm.
you don't know yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was
yeah.
only once they got there, they were like, oh,
Mm.
Mm.
this is great. The
Mm.
Nice.
people who were like, I'll just go on Saturday just to support because I know
Uh-huh.
Tino or Taffy, they
Yeah.
were there on Sunday.
Sunday too.
Ah,
Yeah.
nice.
They wanted to come. Yeah.
That's when
So
you know you're
hopefully,
having a great event. Yes.
yeah.
Right, right.
Yes,
That's
No,
yes.
that's
awesome.
amazing.
That is awesome, guys.
Guys,
Yeah.
this has been too much fun.
I
Yeah,
know.
one more question. How do
Yes,
you
go
guys
ahead,
balance
Shiro.
work-life balance? Work life. Well,
Mhm.
I know. Look at Dr. Touch. Is like, what is that?
Now,
There's no balance.
Dr. Taffy is
There's
like,
no
how do I
none.
balance work life and Tino?
Listen, it's her
Right.
full-time job because not only does Tuffy does all our stuff, right?
Mm.
We
Wow.
don't outsource a single thing.
Wow.
It's
Oh
all
yes.
done in-house.
Because
she
she
does.
is a designer, right?
No,
And she's designed
yeah.
for
She
me.
does an
does.
amazing job.
She's
She
designed
Yeah.
for
really does.
Marcy.
She does all our flyers. She designs our
Wow.
website.
Wow.
Even my personal stuff. I was just thinking today, I'm like, wow, God, I'm really grateful because the amount of money I would have had to spend.
I was about to
I
say
tell
the money you save.
Tuffy does everything even for my businesses, you guys.
Wow.
Even for my businesses, she does. And sometimes it's so inconvenient, like I inconvenient her all the time. Because sometimes I ask about it, I'm thinking about it like I need it tomorrow. And she's like, but
Like, okay.
why didn't you tell me sooner? I'm like, I just thought about it. It could be midnight. I'm calling like, oh, Tuffy, even if it's for Zim ladies, maybe we should do this, we should do that. Like as it gets closer to like our event, she just knows, okay, I need to be available.
Yeah.
Something is about to come up.
She's like, oh my God.
Yeah,
Let me
because
sit down
the
for this one.
ideas will just be flowing. Everything is
It
coming. So
does,
sometimes
yeah.
it's an inconvenient time, but I think that's why we flow. That's why
Yeah.
we understand each other. Otherwise, if we didn't have that relationship, it wouldn't work.
Mhm.
And I think there's also an element of respect. We respect each other, and we also love each other. So it's that there's the yin and the yang.
Yeah, it's a thing where you also understand each other. Like
It
you
is.
take the other person as they are and not judge them. Like I overthink everything, and these girls are like,
That's
chill,
good.
just chill, reel it back in. And I
Yeah.
don't get mad because that truly is who I am, and I need people to reel me back in.
Yeah.
Right.
It's important to have that kind of understanding within a relationship for it to work.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we do have that dynamic too. I feel like we're also different, but somehow it works.
Yeah,
Like she
exactly.
said, she's the overthinking. I'm more like, girl, let's just get it done. Like, let's,
Right.
And I'm like, I have ideas in my head like almost all day long, And then, Mercy, she's more of the calm one, like being like, guys, maybe we should think about this and that. I'm like, yeah, we didn't look at it like that,
Listen, my brain works 48 hours a day.
Yes, I know.
40, it's constantly going. I don't even know how I sleep, to be honest, but I sleep soundly. I sleep like a baby, but my brain will still be going because I'll wake up and I'll be like, how are we going to do that? And I'm like, where did that come from? I was asleep.
I mean, even in my personal life with my kids, I'll be like, what if we do this? They're like, Mom. But then we get it done, and they're the first people to go like, oh, Mom, that was such a great idea.
You and Tino would absolutely get along.
Like she's talking, I'm like, I'm hearing myself. Yes, talk.
Yeah, because at first it sounds like it's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
but when it comes to life, then it's like, I see it. And you guys mentioned balance.
Yeah.
I don't think in life we'll be honest, there's no balance. Something either is working the best, and then sometimes something is failing. But I realize that even though we don't have balance in life, with Taffy and I, we have balance. Yeah. So
that's awesome.
It works. It works. And we can't wait this year for our event. I'm excited.
And we really hope you ladies
will
be
there. We'll figure
I'm not allowed to promise anymore. I'm not allowed to promise anything because I'm the first one who has to be there. And then
let me tell you,
have time. September 11 to 13 in Indianapolis.
Yes, we definitely will have that like highlighted.
Yes, Marcy, you stay there quietly for now.
Yeah, we learn. Trust me, at the beginning we used to be like, "Shoo, what? They were like, wait a second.
Yeah, we're learning that too. We're learning not to say yes to everything as well.
But when we can, we do though, because we had an event we went, when we can, we do like to support when we can. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's so
well, we are excited for you guys for September.
Yeah.
And we are so happy that you guys joined us today. This was so much fun.
It was.
Yeah, we really enjoyed getting to know you guys and your journeys, and we're excited for everything that's to come. And hopefully we'll have you guys back to tell us more.
We must.
Yeah,
we will be back. We can come back every other week.
I know, right? Really, know that you have sisters over here, so you guys are welcome anytime. Absolutely.
We can delve into some of the passions and what keeps us going.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You guys are
definitely,
busy.
definitely.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much,
it's
guys. This
I mean,
was
there's so much
awesome.
more to Zim Ladies Roundtable as well. And, just to us with our personal lives, our jobs, and all of that. So would absolutely love to come back.
Yes,
Oh,
thank you.
well, thank you
much,
so much,
ladies.
ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Until next time.
Until
Till
next
next time.
But coming to the ICU, you're dealing with patients who are like intubated, they're out of it, right? You're just keeping them alive, right? You're coming from a 4-to-1 ratio to 1-to-1. Sometimes they have even had 2 nurses to 1 patient.
Oh, wow.
So it's very intense. I remember I would come home with my patients. I swear to God. I would go to bed and then I'd wake up and I'll tell my husband, I would be like, hey, I think I forgot to document a urine output.
My gosh.
I know.
And when you forget to
Struggle.
do that, that in the morning could affect somebody going into having dialysis because they didn't have enough output, right? You didn't document
Yeah,
it.
you don't
They may
document,
add,
didn't happen.
they might add a drip. They may get extra fluids. Like everything you do in the ICU affects that person in the long run. I would go home, I would call back the unit. Can you check for me if this was done? And they'll be like, it's there.
Been
But
there,
it's
done
so
that.
much in your, right? It's so
That's
much in your
intense.
head.
Yeah.